Hey guys, this is SeetherCord here. Sorry if this video is a little bit different in mood and preparedness. I don't really plan to do like a script for this. I'm gonna more so I have like bullet points of notes, things to bring up because I'm ADD as fuck, and I'm not really exactly sure I'll come off as genuine if I just read from like a little prompt or script. So yeah, I'm giving you guys a little bit of an update. I know that a lot of YouTubers are, avoiding using the term for what's going on right now, and because basically just even uttering the word can basically cause demonetization. But I'm not even really going to care about this, and it actually makes sense for them doing that in a way for many cases, because it's kind of important that they don't spread false information right now about the coronavirus outbreak, because it's a very serious thing that we don't need false information going around right now, especially on YouTube where a lot of people get their info on. So yeah, I don't care about monetization for this video specifically. I'll just say the coronavirus or COVID-19, and that's basically it. So a little bit of an update. I left on my community tab and on Twitter an update letting you guys know that I was going to be away from YouTube for the month of March, because I'm currently in South America right now, specifically in the country of Paraguay, to come and visit Cramchi and everything and stay over for a month, which she's actually on her phone being a dumb butt right now. You want to say hi?
Nice.
What the?
I was waiting for you being a silent girlfriend.
I don't even know if that picked up on the mic.
Gay.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, she's just in the background right now. Paraguay is a very nice country. Way more chill than back in the U.S. Very, very beautiful country too, especially her city. I've been saying since I've been here, it looks a lot like Spain. Would you say so?
I do agree.
It looks a lot like Spain, especially with how the houses are modeled and everything. I like it. Back home, the houses are very square and bland colors. Here, they're more abstract with their design, and they're a lot more colorful. I like it a lot. Anyways, I'm rambling. But I unfortunately had to come here around the time of this whole outbreak situation going on, and I was aware of that because when they started saying on television that the coronavirus was starting up and everything back in it started in December. Was it December when it first started in China?
Yeah, late December.
Yeah, late December, but I don't think the media, at least back home, didn't really report about it until January, which makes sense. But yeah, there was kind of a whole thing I was thinking for the month of February. I was like, God, don't let this outbreak happen when I am traveling. Please let me get on the flight and everything. And thankfully, I got on my flight and made it here about 2 weeks before it got really bad and before they started canceling flights and everything. So I made it, but I won't deny that I'm sorry to say this to you, Cramchi, but I probably shouldn't have come here in the first place. Not because of wanting to not come here, and I did make sure to take a lot of safety precautions coming, but it probably would have been better for the sake of everyone to follow the advisories of not traveling and just staying home. And I didn't follow that, and it was just selfish of me, and I regret it. But there's nothing else I can do right now. And I'm kind of stuck here.
Not kinda.
Kinda. We are stuck here. Yeah, let me explain. So if you guys didn't know, primarily right now, the coronavirus outbreak was extremely bad in China, but they've pretty much wrapped it up there and have almost fully eradicated it there now, supposedly, but I'm not going to go further into that. And right now, the virus is currently really bad in Italy, the United States, and I hear Spain. Would you say so?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so those, back my home and those other two European countries have it really bad. Europe is kind of the hot spot for it right now, but primarily in Italy and Spain is where it's really, really bad. Back down here in South America, it's not gotten to that level of extent, but however, there's kind of a bit of a controversy right now with how the countries of Brazil and Argentina, which Cramchi and I here are currently in the country that's in between both of them, that borders with them. We actually live less than an hour from the borders of both of them. which is pretty crazy. And because Brazil and Argentina were not handling the coronavirus outbreak that well, like I think Argentina's kind of doing something now a little bit, but Brazil is still not doing virtually anything, and Brazil now has like 1,500 cases of it. And Paraguay, I'm really impressed with how Paraguay's handling it. You know, I know that she's Cramshy, like a lot of people here aren't that happy with how most of the things the government runs, but in this particular situation, they're doing pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. It was crazy because I came here, and I think like 9 or 10 days into my stay here, the virus got their first case and people were freaking out. But then the second case, they found that correct me if I'm wrong here, Cramshy, but they said that the second case they found was from a business person who was traveling in the...
He admitted he had contact with more than 100 people.
Yeah, so I can't speak. With the second case, they were like, okay, school is going to be canceled for 2 weeks and all like gatherings over 50 or like any gatherings whatsoever.
Gatherings over 50 people, yeah.
Yeah, so they canceled that for 2 weeks, and the virus was still spreading. And then once it got to 7, like 3 or 4 days later, it was like, okay, out between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. you can't leave your house. So we've been having a curfew for the past week, and then just 2 days ago, the cases got to like 22, and we got our first death, and we're currently at 22. And 2 days ago, they announced like, okay, you can't leave your home unless you're going to the grocery store, or you're going to get food at like a fast food restaurant, or you're going to the pharmacy or the doctor or the bank. Other than that, you can't go, unless it's a seriously important thing. You're not allowed to leave your house. And we've been just stuck in here for the past 2 days, other than like one time to go to the grocery store. And it's crazy because when we go to the grocery store, there's lines. We're like, why are there lines? They're only allowing 5 people inside the grocery store at one time. And they're like saying like, you can't be around anyone. Really, I'd say it's a little, they're reacting very strongly to this, but I agree with it. I don't think they're doing like the very authoritarian way with China, but they really don't want this. I don't know, like, if Paraguay will get hit really bad if they didn't do anything, would they? Is, like, the healthcare system here in Paraguay, like, would it collapse instantly if we got a lot of outbreaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, Paraguay, we're taking a lot of precautions here because Paraguay is, like, very vulnerable to stuff like this. So, thank God they're doing stuff, and I'm very grateful to be here with Cramshy and to currently be in a country that's handling it really well, but... the thing is, I still, with a lot of flight cancellations going on, and then just 2 or 3 days ago, the United States closed their borders with Canada and Mexico, and a lot of flights are getting canceled right now, and the economy back home and pretty much all over the world, the economy is pretty much tanking. So in many places, it'll pick back up once this whole thing's over. I don't know how. I don't know to what severity the economy is going to get hit over this, but some people are saying it's going to be as bad as the Great Depression nearly 100 years ago. Not sure about that, but it's scary to think about because this is some serious crap. And but only like a fifth of my country back home has taken the precautions to the extent that Paraguay has, and it's just going to get worse. It's getting to where back home, like there's like 5,000 cases a day now. I've gotten to the point where I discussed with my family and everything, and my family's taking a lot of precautions. After talking with them, we've made the decision where I'm not going to go back home because I feel a lot safer here. And also, if I do go back home, I'll have to go through Brazil, and I don't feel safe going through that airport with how badly they're handling the situation. And going to a hotspot, which is Sao Paulo, where a lot of the flights are happening. That is a hot spot where a lot of the cases can spread, and I don't feel safe going through there because you don't want this virus. People will be like, oh, I'm young. Only old people and like really weak immune system people, if they get it, they'll die or something. Like, even if you're not going to die, like, you don't want this. You don't want to get that. Do you want to get this even though you more than likely won't die? Do you want?
Thank you.
You don't want this. I hear it gives permanent lung damage. I'm not sure, and it's not fun either. And also, like, I don't want to expose a immune a person with an immune system deficiency or an old person either. So we're just being safe. So like, I would say to everyone back home, like, get ready, because I'm pretty sure in like a few days it's going to be pretty much just like Italy, where we're going to see a lot of people dying, and it's unfortunate and it's horrible. But just to everyone, like, if you're living in a country where it's getting bad, or if there's even signs, like, just stay home. Don't go out unless you have to. Keep your distance from people. Like, you can stay around your family if you know, like, or your people that you live with, your roommate, if you know that they're fine. But just, again, like, it sucks. It's ridiculous that we have to live in like this, but it's the reality. And this is something we'll probably not... this is something that I'm pretty sure everyone, myself, Cramshy, and everyone watching this right now, will probably never see something like this happen again for our lifetime. We won't. And again, I don't want anyone watching this getting the virus. I heard one of my YouTube friends, Lorad Dragodog, I believe it was, he posted on Twitter that he is showing signs of the virus and he's getting quarantined right now. He should be fine, but still, like, it's freaky to know that, like, all of us watching, everyone watching this video, and myself and Cramshy, there's more than likely going to be someone who we know that's going to get this, and there's even a good chance that someone we know will die from this, you know, like a grandparent or something like that. I'm concerned for my grandparents dying from this. I'm concerned about certain family members who rely on getting certain medications and getting treatments for other things that probably the healthcare system will have to focus more on the virus and put them on the back burner, which could affect them living. So that's scary, and they're concerned about that as well. So, like, I gotta ask you guys, if you're watching this video, if you're young, because I do notice, like, people around my age and, like, teenagers and 20-somethings that are not taking it seriously, like, just please take it seriously. If you spend a lot of time already, like, staying at home, and if you're not someone that goes out that often, like, just keep that up for a little bit longer, please, because you don't know, like, it depends ultimately on how the government functions, how the healthcare system functions, and also how you yourself and the community of people around you handle it, because that shows how much the virus gets contained. So it's a scary time. Please take it seriously. Again, I'm going to still work on YouTube videos while I'm here with Cramshy for the time being. I don't know how much longer I'll be here for. It could be another month. It could be a few months. It could be until the U.S. cases go away. I'm not sure, but I'll be here working on videos. I did hear they're going to have unemployment checks coming in, which will definitely benefit me. I'll have people, like, sending it to me, which will keep me afloat. But yeah, I'll stay here making videos for you guys. Stay inside and you guys can watch, or you can do whatever. Again, also, I can understand that it's difficult to deal with. I wake up every morning and I still, like, have to pinch myself and, like, tell myself that I'm not dreaming when I open my phone and see updates on it. I'm like, oh my God, we're really living in this. Like, do you feel the same? Like, you wake up every morning, you're like, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because when I came into Paraguay and, like, life and, like, everything was bustling and hustling and tons of people out on the streets, like hundreds of thousands of people out on the streets every day, street vendors. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And then just last week, like the next day when they made the announcement, like, boom, like virtually, like, no one was outside. It's super quiet. It's eerie. It's like we're in a sci-fi movie. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. This is surreal, and it's difficult. And but we'll get through this. Please just stay inside. Don't go outside unless you have to. Follow the orders that the police or so give you if they put you in quarantine. Wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes, mouth, or face. I know that's hard, but try to be as resilient as you can with that. Again, wash your hands, sanitize, and keep your distance from people. So that's all I got to say. And just do nothing. That's all. Really, doing nothing will do the most, you know? So that's pretty much it. Again, look forward to more content here in Paraguay. Take care, guys. If you're in Italy right now watching, or if you're back home in the U.S., which most of you are, my heart goes out to you. Please be safe, and you guys take care and have a good night. So I've been SeetherCord.
I've been Crunchy.
And we'll see you guys in another video. Bye.
Love you, Seether.
Love you too. All right, bye-bye.